Yesterday we were picking up on some mighty ferocious energy. It caused us to trip and fall into a low state of adoption, taking our grief out on people, places, and things. God bless it, and us all. And so we turned to Callie to help us understand what was happening, and Mother Mary. And so we have two cards for the reading in this session. And you may also appreciate coming up at the end of the month. Oh yeah, and today, Pertho. Today's the 13th. Pertho rune, the dice box. So this Mother Mary Oracle was illustrated. The artwork was by Shiloh Sophia McLeod. I don't know how she did it, if it was illustrated or I'm not quite sure. And then the Callie Oracle was illustrated by Jimmy Manton. And both of these decks, you can see, were created by Alana Fairchild. And you may find her on YouTube, and she has her own website and all that jazz. And so two cards came up about what this anger is about and how we may transmute it and step back into a high state of adoption wherever we are on our path. And so you may listen to both readings or pick one or the other. And Callie is the patron saint, for lack of better terms, of the Romani, the Gypsy, as they used to be known by. And she helps anyone who comes to her asking for help. But she does also suggest checking out your own gods and goddesses and patron saints in your cultures for extra fun and assistance that you may find resonates with you. And so when you're ready, you may pick. Maybe you're gonna just listen to the first reading. Maybe you're gonna listen to the second reading. Maybe you're gonna listen to both. I don't know. Let's see. So the first card that came out about this situation was Chamunda. And you can see there that card, hopefully. And pardon us, we are not a professional videographer. We're just a home business modeling simplicity and naivete. The naive art really excites us, and perhaps you too, just keeping things simple. And you may appreciate checking into the numerology 31. But let's hear more about Chamunda from Alana Fairchild. She says that her unerring instinct for spiritual protection arises spontaneously, even when we do not realize we need it. Sometimes we don't realize just how far we've become entangled in that which is not in our highest love and light. We do not realize we need Callie's powerful intervention. Knowing what to allow and what to reach for or let go requires wisdom. Holding the space for an inner or outer conflict to be resolved involves discipline. Chamunda is the fearlessness, wisdom, and patience and discipline needed to conquer a difficult situation. She is with you now. Wild Black Chamunda is a ferocious warrior goddess. She takes her name from Chanda and Munda, two demons who she defeated. Thus her name is a symbol of gaining power. Her presence indicates that you shall not only overcome an obstacle, but gain complete mastery over the energies that gave rise to it. You shall never be troubled by it again. Swathed in blood-red light representing her life force and power, Chamunda has multiple arms which indicate her divine activity. The skull and crescent moon resting atop a funeral pyre form her crown, symbolizing her status as a goddess of death and karmic retribution. Yet she is protective. Her 3 deeply socketed eyes are so intense they are said to burn away the possessed by grief in all worlds and dimensions. Some people call the possessed by grief evil. But we are choosing to swap out evil for other words that are more fair, such as possessed by grief, perhaps. And the word good, look, we used fair instead of swapping it out for something more relevant and pertinent to all involved. So Chamunda provides protection from destructiveness, including gossiping and other kinds of black magic, which, not unlike gossiping, uses intention, words, and action to work against another's well-being. Chamunda is referred to as a queen by her soul tribe, a group of ancient mother goddesses known as the matrikas. She is the only one worshipped independently and the only one not connected to a masculine consort. She is an independent, fierce, and unique emanation of the wild feminine power of Devi, the amazing divine goddess. It said great divine goddess, but we're trying to swap out good and all of its derivatives for more relevant adjectives. So there you go. Amazing divine goddess. She is an expression of Kali, referred to interchangeably with Kali Ma in the Puranas, ancient Hindu texts, and that dates back more than 2,000 years. The matrikas express a consciousness that is potentially protective and destructive depending on your actions. These beings are particularly upset by negative expressions of the masculine energy. Whether expressed by a male or female human, the masculine energy can be healthy or toxic. And toxic is another word that we prefer to swap out for more relevant terms. Perhaps possessed by grief fits there as well. When it is healthy, it is strong, creative, protective, and generative. When it is possessed by grief, it is exploitative, dominating, and damaging, seeking progress at any cost. This is profoundly disruptive, and rather than the positive, destructive power of Kali Ma, it is the unchecked, demonic destructiveness of greed. The matrikas are fierce, and Chamunda in particular will retaliate against any possessed by grief masculinity. Yes, it's a toxic masculinity, and we changed it to say possessed by grief masculinity. So Chamunda in particular will retaliate against any possessed by grief masculinity, causing havoc in the lives of those who live by such values. Chamunda is worshipped as the ruler of sacred erection. Wait, let me back up before we start talking about the sacred erection. You may appreciate that in your practice, those who are lashing out against you, expressing possessed by grief energies, that unarmed truths and unconditional love are returned to them, that their energies that they're sending to you are returned to them with unarmed truths and unconditional love. If that resonates with you, if you are not interested in causing havoc to others. Chamunda is worshipped as the ruler of the sacred erection. This is symbolic of her power over masculine energy. When the feminine has been desecrated in any way, she will not hesitate to retaliate with fierce compassion, which from our human perspective may seem like chaos. Yet the phallus is also a symbol of her honoring the potential power and creativity of healthy masculine energy, facilitating its safe development in the human psyche. Despite her inherent drama and intensity, Chamunda is beloved by the heroic heart. She assists us when we need to find the strength to overcome our psychological limitations and inertia to access, integrate, and sustain higher frequency states of being. Bringing about a permanent structural change of the psyche is hard work, is challenging work. Hard is another word we're trying to swap out for more relative adjectives. Immersed in adoption spirit magic. Feel free to join, or, you got to do you, right? Bringing about permanent structural change of the psyche is challenging work. It requires commitment. However, bullying ourselves into being different or applying more and more willpower only tends to create resistance, adverse reactions, and exhaustion. It is more a case of applying wisdom, finding the balance between persistence, determination, and compassionate rest and release, so we can integrate and rebuild from within. For some personality types, taking rest can require as much discipline as engaging in activity. Learning to move between the two as appropriate takes strength and wisdom. Mastering the balance to nudge ourselves forward on our path and facilitate change, but not so much that we feel defeated even before we gain traction, is advanced inner work. Chamunda is the power to accomplish it. Her presence in a reading is a portent of a truly exceptional breakthrough on your path. The healing of masculine energy and the protection of sacred feminine within your heart. Invocation ritual. Visualize, intend, or imagine that you are held within the sacred space of the blackest night. A blood-red slither of a crescent moon shimmers, bringing the barest warm red glow to the otherwise inky black sky. Feel a connection to your heart. Sit comfortably so you can rest your hands at your inner thighs, the part of the body associated with Chamunda. Say this prayer. Yogini of extremity, Chamunda Kalima, I bow to your wisdom, your protection, and your love. You who are the dark mother and the queen of the wild feminine, I recognize your ferocious devotion when it arises as needed. To gain release from false structures and renewal of life force, I humbly return to the source of mother wisdom, seeking refuge in you. May I mature and develop spiritually to become a true, faithful, and effective devotee of the sacred feminine and the sacred masculine, in divine relationship for the spiritual benefit of all beings. Jai Ma Kali. Oh my, are you feeling it? I'm feeling it. Place your hands in prayer at your heart and continue by repeating the following mantra sequence as many times as feels positive. It is a powerful mantra. Once may be enough. Speak it gently. Chaimundaye Kali, Jaima Kali. Chamundaye Kali, Jaima Kali. Chaimundaye Kali, Jaima Kali. Chaimundaye Kalima, Jaime Kalima. With reverence, bow your head to your hands in prayer at your heart. You have completed your sacred ritual. Glory be. Hallelujah. Thank you so much for joining us in this session, for steering clear of danger, for playing with yourself, your cards. We are in awe of you, your energy, essence, and arts. Whichever way you choose to go, may you trust 7 days a week. You are loved. Ciao for now. We love you all. And if you are staying for the second reading, here we go. Our Lady of Comfort. Our Lady of Comfort is here to assist as well for those times when the loss has got us so sad, we turn mad and we feel like hurting ourselves or someone else, but not really. Our Lady of Comfort is here to help. And you may check out the number 43 for the numerology. It adds up to a 7, assists with any boundary issues, which is wonderful. But you may find more about that on your own. And Our Lady of Comfort says, even though you may not see me, I am holding your hand. Even though you may not hear me, I am speaking through your heart. I am never far away from you. I am by your side with love, guidance, and protection always. You are my own. I could not bear to be apart from you. Receive my message of comfort and peace now. Alana goes on to say, Our Lady of Comfort brings you angels of peace. She is at your side. If you have wondered if the divine is more real than you ever believed, if you have been in conscious divine connection, the oracle of Our Lady of Comfort confirms this. If you have been having the opposite experience, perhaps finding it difficult to feel lightness, joy, or happiness for some time, or finding it so challenging to meditate or connect with yourself or your spiritual center, Our Lady is telling you she is still with you. And this time too shall pass, feeling like you can't connect or aren't connecting. If you have been trying to be strong, perhaps for the benefit of others who are grieving or in stressful life situations, or if you have been feeling alone, not really held or heard by others, the oracle comes with a particular message. The Divine Mother hears you, knows you, loves you. She asks you to pray to her so that she may help you, that you may attract the comfort, connection, and support that you need, not only from spiritual sources, but also in human form in the material world. You are worthy of this support too, and she asks that you do not allow your strength to isolate you or prevent you from receiving the love that you need. If you have been in chronic pain, either emotional or physical, and are suffering without relief, or you know of someone in such a situation, you may pray to the Divine Mother Mary, Our Lady of Comfort, to bring spiritual blessings and divine assistance or relief. Please, thank you. The Divine Mother will offer what will most serve with mercy and compassion, and you can certainly pray for her help for yourself and others. If you are suffering a loss or disappointment, she comes to you specifically with this message. Sometimes there's a sacrifice of what could have been, quote unquote, on the altar of a different future. Grieve what has not come to pass, but know that there is plenty of life yet to be lived, dreams to be fulfilled. Those dreams may be fulfilled in a way that is surprising, or may yet be fulfilled in the way that you once imagined that they would. But divine timing is awesome, optimum, amazingly incredible, and serves you. Receive her comfort and know that all is not lost. If you have been worrying about a situation in your life, the Divine Mother asks that you imagine her soothing you gently, like a mother with a child. She asks that you know that you have more than enough strength and resourcefulness to attract to you what you will need to allow that situation to resolve itself. She is with you, helping you. You may pray to her for help and allow her to help you. Free will is real, right? We need to ask. Free will and boundaries are real. We need to ask for help when we need it instead of expecting that our gods just need to do it. Obviously, they see what's happening. Our gods respect us so much that they want us to be able to ask of our free will instead of them just commandeering us when we haven't asked for help, right? So Our Lady of Comfort reminds you, ask. Our Lady of Comfort also reassures us that whatever is happening in our lives, whether obviously healing and supportive or not, it is helping us grow spiritually. We can always pray to her for assistance and support. She will answer all our prayers. Yet we can also know that if we are struggling in some way, this is not a sign that something is wrong or that we are being punished or are not getting some lesson or other. We are just growing. Imagine a child taking their first steps. There can be a few great strides and perhaps at least a few wobbles as well. The Divine Mother is here with her arms open, calling you forward with delight in the next phase of your life path. Finally, if you have been hearing loving words and a song that sticks in your mind, or finding white feathers on the ground, or seeing many churches more than usual, or seeing artwork of the Divine Mother, or feeling new sensations of love and meditation, and you have been wondering if it all means something, the oracle comes with the answer, yes. The divine is reaching for you and making its presence more felt so that you know it is real and with you always. It hears you crying for help. Close your eyes and sit comfortably for this next healing process and affirmation. Place your hands on your heart, your head or belly, wherever you feel stress or wherever feels most in need of comfort. And say out loud, I call on Mother Mary, who loves me unconditionally, and I ask for your divine protection, healing, connection, and love now. Through your divine grace, so be it. Imagine, sense, or intend that the healing, non-intrusive, but strong touch of Divine Mother is reaching to you through your own hand and resting on your body in an unconditionally loving way. Sit like this for a few moments, and if you can, allow yourself to feel reassured. When you are ready, complete your healing process with the following affirmation. The Divine Mother loves me unconditionally and comforts me with truth. Only the divine plan shall be. All is safe and unfolding according to divine wisdom now. I trust in her and I am safe. Glory be, hallelujah. And we thank you so much for joining us in this reading, for playing with yourself your cards, for steering clear of danger. We are in awe of your energy, essence, and arts. In whichever way you choose to go, may you trust 7 days a week. You are loved. Ciao for now. We love you all.